Hi, welcome. This is a video on graphing quadratic equations from standard form. This is part 3. The first thing we want to do is note that a equals -1, b equals -4, and c equals -5. That's -1, -4, and -5, a, b, c. So the direction of opening is going to open down because a is negative. The y-intercept is the easy part. There's that -5. That's going to be when x equals 0, y equals -5. And so we can graph that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's where y equals -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where x equals -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where y equals +5. And then 2, 3, 4. Where x equals +5. Just to give us something for reference here. And then my x-intercepts, if I plug in my b squared minus 4ac, my discriminant, b squared minus 4ac, that's blank squared minus 4 times blank. And b is -4, and a is -1, and c is -5. And so I plug that into my calculator. I got -4 squared minus 4, -4 squared minus 4, and then a -1 and -5. -1 times -5, and then I hit enter and I get -4. Now, when your discriminant is negative, you have no real solutions. And if you have no real solutions, you don't have any x-intercepts. So you could write NA, you could write none, you could write DNE for does not exist, or I'm just going to write NA for not applicable. There's no x-intercepts. So the vertex always happens along your axis of symmetry. And your axis of symmetry, there's a formula for that. It's x equals -b over 2a. And my negative blank for b over 2 times a blank. And b is -4. And a is -1. So if I work through the signs, a negative of -4 is a +4. And 2 times -1 is -2. And 4 divided by -2 is -2. And so my axis of symmetry is x equals -2. And that means if I go over here, along that dotted line at x equals -2, that's where my vertex is going to be. And so to know where the vertex is, excuse me, I'm going to plug it in. What is f of -2? So I go to my equation, minus, there's my x squared, I put -2 in there, minus 4 times x, which is -2, and then -5. And you could just plug that in your calculator. If you've made those substitutions, you can get the value of y from just plugging that into your calculator. So minus of -2 squared, the negative of -2 squared minus 4 times -2, and then finally -5. I hit enter, and I get -1. So f of -2 is at -1. So my vertex, -2 in x, -1 in y. And so I go over here, -2, -1 on the axis of symmetry. Because of the axis of symmetry, I know I've got 1, 2 spaces here. I can go 2 spaces over on the other side, 1, 2 spaces over here, and have another point. And so this is going to come up and go like that, and then go back down, and then it's going to go down and that side and down on this side to mirror it on both sides. And that's what this will look like.